Neighbors and niggas, clause. Roller's alive. They're discussing how Roller's alive, and then he walks in the door. Okay, so Roller says, come here. Takes forever for Desna to go over there and give him a hug, as you would expect. Now he's saying he don't remember nothing. So Desna has decided to take Roller over to see Uncle Daddy. This I just don't understand, because Uncle Daddy has an impression that he was with Virginia when he got killed. And I feel like y'all should try to fill him in on that, or Virginia, because Virginia, everybody said they're going to go with him, except Virginia. Virginia said she's going to stay and watch the shop. Shouldn't she be the one that goes and says, well, remember we were together, and then the pigs, and, you know, the sheep and the horse and the cow and peanut butter and feet? Like, it would make sense for her to go, but okay, I'm going to keep watching. So Uncle Daddy is looking at his portrait of gay Jesus, and gay Jesus is crying blood tears, and then he look over and see Roller coming up the steps, and he drops his drink, and everybody looking at him crazy. He says, sweet Lazarus, and I'm just trying to understand what that's about, but okay. Now he's you know, crossing. Our good girlfriend has fainted in the back. Brother nephew's running, screaming and crying. I can't be bothered with this today. So Roller, like, wants to spend time with Desna now. And she asked him, do he want to go get some shrimp? And her whole crew is like, hey, let's probably let him rest. Cut it, don't. And they still go and get some shrimp. I don't know what get some shrimp mean, but I feel like there's something amiss. Anyway, Uncle Daddy said he's going to throw a party tomorrow evening. Everybody wear white. I honestly just don't feel like this. I wanted to get into, you know, some backstory, see what Polly had going on, get into whatever young M.A. Judy is hiding, all of that. Why are we talking about Roller? I'm exhausted. Like, I really just don't have the energy or the time. So now Roller done told Desna about the woman holding him captive, and says, you know, that he basically sees things differently now, because now he realizes that women can do some dark things and blah. I hope y'all can hear me, because I don't have the energy. And then Desna asked, and this is stupid to me, but she asked if he remembers the last time she threaded his eyebrows. And that's stupid to me, because you're saying things that may jog his memory if he really don't remember. You're saying stuff that may trigger the thought to pop up in his head, and I just wouldn't do that personally, but whatever. Anyway, so the girls are in all sorts of kerfluffle about, what is it? Roller. Desna taking Roller to her house. They shook about it. You know, they talking about how this is a problem. We don't want nothing to happen to it, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, Virginia remembers the Dean took the bus home, and he wouldn't hurt her while Dean is there. Blah. Young M.A. Judy says she don't like it. They all agree we don't like it. Then we swoop over to the house, and, you know, Desna and Roller looking at each other, and he said he forgot how fine she was, blah. Didn't we already do this? Didn't we do this sex scene like a couple weeks back? I told y'all that Desna had gotten out the tub, out the shower, and she didn't use a washcloth, she just used her hands, and I was kind of shook about it. And then she got in the bed, and Roller was, didn't we? I feel like this is the same scene. It's too much. I just really am too tired for a Niecy Nash sex scene. I just really, like, it's draining. Was it a dream? Now she's in the bed. It looked like it was a dream. Either it was a dream or it's the next day. I just don't know. So the entire gang is at Desna's house, seemingly unannounced and uninvited. The children are here. Niece, wife, and brother, nephew, and Roller, Dean. It's just a family affair. Didn't nobody bother to wake Desna up and let her know that we having breakfast, but all right. And now Haitian Boo done popped up. I can't be bothered. He done brought some pastries. She shook. He trying to kiss her. She ain't brushed her teeth yet. He don't care. He been thinking about her. Well, now it's getting juicy. Roller done stepped outside. He's looking at Haitian Boo and Desna. And Haitian Boo is looking at Roller and Desna. The children coming out, everybody, the whole family just coming out. It's just, all of a sudden they leaving. It didn't make sense, but okay. Now he's shook because she's booed up already. Roller's going to the clinic with Bryce. It's very nice of him because Bryce needs it. Lord, and now Desna's lying to Haitian Boo. He asks who is that? She says no one. And I feel like you could be more upfront and say, this is my boo, you know, from the day that disappeared for a few and now he back. I feel like he'd be able to deal with that a little bit better, but that's not my business. She's saying they don't know. So now Roller is aggravated because his brother is doing better at the stuff than he is. I don't care. I really, really don't care. I just don't. So we having devotion at this white party. And they welcoming Roller home. Okay. Roller kind of halfway apologizes for sleeping with Virginia and says he wants Desna and he wants Desna, I guess, to stop sleeping with Haitian Boo. Dean just... Okay, so he's talking to Roller. Roller's like, hey, what's going on? Look at you looking all big and swole, blah, blah, blah. Dean is like... did I say Dean said or Roller said? Roller said that. Dean is like, yeah, you know, I'm trying to be strong for my sister and my girlfriend. Roller's like, oh, you got a girlfriend? That's cute. A honey bunny or whatever. And Dean is like, if honey bunny means girlfriend, then yes, I'm going with Virginia. We had sex. And now Desna is looking constipated. So I got to see what's finna go down. But Dean then told the girls that Virginia has had her first orgasm with him. And I just can't be bothered with this. I can't be bothered. It's just too much. But it is getting interesting. Well, now, Roller wants to be back in on the clinic. And brother nephew breaks the news to him that you can't. Because Uncle Daddy wants me to do it because I'm making more money. And Roller slams some things, hollers about some things, tells his brother that he does not have the stomach for this. And now his brother is saying, you have no idea what I have the stomach for, and I paused it to come and present this to you. So Nate's wife is telling brother nephew that she wants him to focus on his sobriety. Excuse me, y'all, I'm eating a strip. And, uh-oh. Dang, if I get over right here, I'm going to be in the way. All right, sorry. There was a fire, not a fire truck, but a fire truck. One of them volunteer fire trucks. It's not really a fire truck, but it still got lights and sirens. Anyway, Niece's wife is telling brother nephew, you know, we need to work on our sobriety. And, okay, you really ran that light. It ain't gonna mean mug me, nigga. Anyway, brother nephew presents niece's wife with, you know, a jewel. And she's like, what this got to do with anything? And he's like, you're okay, get your children. Don't have your children running about the street. I can't be bothered. Anyway, I'm really struggling to get this out. Niece's wife tells brother nephew to focus on his sobriety. Brother nephew shows her a jewel. She says, how's this gonna help? He says, you're focusing on the negative, focus on the positive. And she says, you don't understand. It gets up and stones off. So Polly and Kenneth are doing some sort of disgusting flirting I can't be bothered with. Dean is over there doing push-ups. Somebody in the outhouse crying. I just don't have time for this. So scratch the outhouse crying. That was Polly and Kenneth having sex in the outhouse. Pardon me. I forgot about the Russians. They done gave Roller 24 hours to get $150,000. That's not going to be good for him. So Roller asks Desna what happened to the money in his safe. And she tells him that the Coons has had it. And then he fall out. So Roller's little fainting spell was a vision. He taking all this long time to say that he remembered two people busted into his house. One trying to strangle him in the pool. The other one shot him. And everybody looking, you know, Desna and Virginia holding hands. They thinking it's the end. The young inmate Judy, she get ready to do everything she can not to let the girls die. All of that. And Roller stands up and says it was the Russians. Smart. But what are we going to do with this? So Polly says we need to take him out. I agree. The girls are trying to figure out, well, Desmond's trying to figure out why he would say it's the Russians if he knows it's them, blah, blah, blah. And then Dean says, you know, he's got a bad feeling that something bad's going to happen. His palm's sweaty and he gets gas. And Desna says, well, you know, let's go and get Dean and me home, and then I'm going to need you, talking to Polly and Young and May Judy, to do a run to the check cashing place. Because apparently the Russians run the check cashing place. Okay, so brother nephew got guns. He said he gonna kill up everybody if they come, you know, again, for the people, whatever. Polly and Young and May Judy go on down to the check cashing place, and Polly done put on this whole new persona, and she's giving, you know, your roots are grown out. You have a Minnesota dialect and blah, 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 and it all comes down to she running from somebody. And the girl's like, okay, what do you want? And she says she know Roller. He used to come in here. So Roller was taking money from the clinic, giving it to a fake company called Teagle, which is legit spelled backwards, which is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And so now we're on the trail, I guess. I don't really know why we need to be on this trail per se. I feel like we just need to kill him again. But, you know, that's because I don't care for him, and all of this talk about him is really boring me down boots. Anyway, Kenneth is upset because he called Polly 3 times last night and she didn't answer. And so now he's, you know, saying, if you're uninterested, let me know. I can handle it with antidepressants and vodka. Shut up, Kenneth. Tell nobody. Let me save my energy for going off on Tyler Perry sometime later this week. Anyway, Kenneth's mama done called. But while this thing is buffering, let me go on ahead and talk about this. Either Polly or Young M.A. Judy. Probably Polly, because Young M.A. Judy does not, she don't talk too much foolishness. Polly said that you being Desna, need to go ahead and tell Uncle Daddy about this situation with Roland, and, you know, it'll be off your back, and blah, blah, blah. And Desna says, no, we need to play this just right. I'm like, y'all ain't played nothing just right yet, but okay. Then we swoop over to Bryce, who is brother nephew. And sorry, I hit my window and it scared me. Brother nephew and niece wife, who I now know are Bryce and Jennifer, but just for the sake of I don't careism, I'll be calling them brother nephew and niece wife whenever I feel like it. They are discussing, you know, the Coombses and how, you know, she says, do you want to talk about him? He says no. She says, how can you be all right when you know they ain't had nothing to do with Roller's death? He says, you know, it's unfortunate. I'm going to donate some money to a good charity in their name. And now she's like, you sound just like Uncle Daddy. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you don't need him. And I'm going to be working at the new salon and blah. And I'm just like, who's going to pay the bills at your new house? Who's going to explain to the children that y'all couldn't pay the bills at the new house? Who's going to explain to the children why y'all have moved into a smaller house? Who's going to explain to Dean why y'all were in a big house and now y'all in a little house? I just don't I can't. So Uncle Daddy says that we're not going to, you know, have any war with the Russians and blah, blah, blah. And Roller is pissed. And brother nephew says, you know, we shouldn't have all of this drama when we moving all of this weight, which makes sense. And Roller is pissed. He says, you know, we got to get our hands dirty in this business. And brother nephew says, I got my hands dirty. And Roller says, you shot the wrong people. And brother nephew says, you know, he doesn't say anything, actually. He punches his brother in the face, and Uncle Daddy is back there sniffing cocaine. So brother nephew snorts some more cocaine. I really don't feel like sitting out here another 10 minutes for the rest of this video. So Arlene and Young M.A. Judy are going together still and saying, I love you and all of this. And Arlene, as we all know, she's the detective. She is talking about how her partner is on the take from Uncle Daddy and blah, blah, blah. And Young M.A. Judy is telling her to stay away from it, blah, blah, blah. So this is leading me to believe that something terrible is going to happen, like they're going to kill Arlene or something like that. All right, well, I said I didn't want to sit here for 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of the show to watch it, to find out what happened. And I've been sitting out here 20 minutes because this thing been buffering. I'm not going to finish the video. I'll finish it on my own leisure time. But as far as, as far as catching the last few minutes, I just don't think I will. Because it's acting ridiculous. So anyway, I don't know what happened in these last 4 minutes, I believe it was, left. But whatever happened, happened. I heard, because the picture was frozen, but I could hear a couple of things before it really went out. I heard Young M.A. Judy tell somebody to get out, so I don't know what that's about. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. All the things the YouTubers say. I'm going to go watch some other stuff. Actually, probably not in the mood. I feel really bad. I'm getting sick, so bye.